Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We here now. We here now. Poignant bars. April Catrice. MT the artist. Like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. Anything that we say, do it. Don't question it.
Our authority is
it's supreme. Supreme.
immutable.
Yes, immutable.
Divine.
Yeah. Yep. That's from the big homie.
If I said it, it's the word of the universe.
There you go. There you go. Just don't
but
even.
But as I've said in several other things, let me not define my own words. Malcolm just be saying anything. So take that into consideration.
I don't like this branding.
Is it branding or is it just
the brand?
Is it just you?
Is it just my personality?
Is it just accurate? They're gonna be sick of hearing me say it, and then we have the same argument after.
Nah. Anyway, what's going on with you guys, man? What's going on with y'all?
I hope everybody's well.
We just here chilling in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Listening to mad reggaeton.
Bachata coming from the hallway.
Yeah.
The neighbors are having a lively Sunday evening.
Man.
So you may hear some background Dominican music, and it just is what it is, okay?
Nothing is worse than unsolicited music. That's any music. It could just be.
I think it depends on the circumstance.
Okay.
Sometimes your neighbor be playing a fire playlist and you just reaping the benefits. It's unsolicited music when you're trying to do something that requires silence.
Yeah.
Or you're trying to relax or something. That's when it's annoying.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Know? Or someone who plays their music out loud on public transportation. That's just the devil, and don't ever do that.
And
I rebuke you.
That person is potentially dangerous, okay?
Right.
Because if you see somebody playing, you know what I'm saying, some music, you know, off of a Boost Mobile flip phone, you know, the ones that had like the play.
No, but there's levels to this because they be having whole sound systems and boom boxes and stuff with them.
Oh yeah, that too.
I mean, at least in New York City, I'm sure this is not the norm.
Yeah, this is very.
This is the exception. This is not the rule.
Yeah, this is a very New York centric podcast. It's not, but
we worldly.
It's not.
We're international, honey.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna move the mic a little. Boom, so it could be all up in our...
It is 2 inches from my face. Making me very uncomfortable.
That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
That's okay, because you know what?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
We got our dog chilling in his bed. Crook, what up, baby?
Don't call him. He gonna come over here and jump right on me.
Did you see his ears move?
No, not this time. But what happened the last time? I'm trying to take a cute picture of my dog doing something funny in his bed. And I'm like, oh, look, he's doing something funny. Let me take a picture. And Malcolm, like the one that has to say his name in the sentence to commentate on it.
I didn't even
the dog hops right up, ruins the picture.
Listen, it's okay because he's non-responsive right now. I don't know what's
If I say his name, he would jump right up.
Say it.
I don't feel like dealing with him to come over here. Because then I have to pet him, rub his belly. I have to sit up. I'm reclined.
Yeah, this nigga is chilling, but he's like the Questlove of our podcast, of our show. You know, he's like on the drums, just chilling.
He's chilling, but every now and again he just comes over, makes sure everybody's good, checks out the scene.
Yeah, he'll come in with a witty one-liner. You know, every now and again.
It's funny because sometimes he'll come up to me and like kind of say what up, or like just check out what am I up to, and then he'll just turn around and walk right out of the room, and I'm like, oh.
Like he just wanted his presence.
Like, were you just doing a drive-by? Like, what on earth?
He just wanted his presence to be felt.
Or he feel like I'm not entertaining enough, and he will turn around. And saunter right into my bedroom without me. And I'm just like,
oh, see, he done picked his head.
He knows that we're talking about him.
He like, oh, y'all niggas talking about
You know
he
has awareness.
He does. They say what's the brain development on a dog, like a toddler levels?
Look, here he comes. Oh, no, get him more comfortable. No, here he comes.
Yeah.
No, he's thinking about it. He's looking like,
He's really looking like
I wonder if she's in the mood to rub my belly, or if I'm just walk over there and turn around and walk right back.
Yeah,
he's laying back down.
Laying back down.
But we gotta stop talking about that man before he come over here.
That's his little corner too.
Yeah, he loved that corner.
That corner.
But the way he was propped up, earlier was hilarious. So basically, Crook is not exactly a big dog, and I like blindly ordered him a bed from Target, and the bed is huge. So now this dude has this big, like deep, fluffy king size bed for his one
this
little
shit was.
self.
She was like, "Why is this bed $40?" And then when we got it, when they brought it, it was like, "Oh damn, we see why."
No, I didn't see the price before.
This is like a king.
You just retold that whole story the wrong way. Actually,
what?
I didn't see the price. I had just told because you can order now from Target, and they use this service where someone shops there and then delivers it, right? And the bed that I had actually put into my cart wasn't available. So she just sent me a picture of a wall of beds in the store and was like, pick one as a substitution. You couldn't actually see them. You could just see kind of the ends of them. So I just saw the color of this one. I was like, all right, sure, it's fine, whatever. I didn't even question it. It wasn't until it got here and I was like, what is this giant bed? And then I was like, oh, and it was double the price of the other little bed. The reason I don't like investing, I know $40 is not exactly expensive. I don't like investing in Crook's bed because Crook thinks he's a cat and he grooms himself like a cat and he gets hairballs and like every other month he like pukes terribly into his bed and then we have to buy him a new bed. Completely ruins his bed. So this kid is not getting expensive furniture, okay? He cannot have nice things.
Nah, but this shit came with a canopy. It came with a mosquito net.
He is very taken care of. It's got shearling. Look at that. Like,
it's got shearling.
Look at that.
It does.
Like, it looks like a giant Ugg. Like, it looks cozy enough that I would definitely curl up in there. I would, like, use that as a meditation. Ooh, we should order more of these things. Use it as, like, a meditation, like,
a meditation pod
type thing.
Yeah.
A little meditation pod.
He already hacked up a hairball in it, and I had to take it to the laundromat. And
he put it in the washing machine and it got fluffier.
Yeah.
Got bigger.
As soon as I came through the door, he was like, he knew that I had this bed on me. Like, I had it in a bag. As soon as he saw like a corner of the bed, he was like, okay, what's up?
He's trying to jump into the bag.
Yeah.
Like, give me back my bed.
Let me breathe.
He's also a senior citizen, so he really enjoys his bed. He needs ergonomic support. I get that.
He ain't no senior
What are you
citizen.
talking about? He's 10 years old. He is a senior citizen in
Well,
doggy
you know,
years.
the 7-year rule with dogs, that's not with all dogs. That's like...
All right.
It depends
You're
on
getting into semantics.
their breed and
He's
things
old,
like that.
okay?
He's older for
Look at
sure.
him. His whiskers turn gray.
He's 35.
Look at him, as we speak, grooming himself like a cat.
Licking his foot. Like, what are you doing?
If anybody else has a dog that acts like a cat, please comment and let me know.
Sir.
We could share dog stories and videos. It's always a nice comment section. Detox, refresh, cleanse, purifier, however you want to say it, to see cute pet stuff. We love people's pets. Talk to me about your pets.
Pets are nice. Pets are cool. I like pets. Pets are one of the very few things that continue to give me hope in this dystopian society that we exist in. You know, outside of the love of my family. It's not too much.
What is this voice that you're putting on right now?
This is my NPR voice.
Oh, okay.
This is NPR mouth.
I was just wondering because that was starting to sound a little interesting.
I'm
like, who is this segment of the podcast geared towards?
Say what you mean.
I said what I said.
Interesting how?
I said what I said.
Mm.
Use your discernment, okay? It's a tool for all of us. It's there for us to use.
I do not want to talk about discernment right now.
Discernment or lack thereof of what? Of us or the general world?
I think just... I think, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know why.
Yeah.
You know.
We can't be having inside jokes on the podcast.
We keeping it light. Keeping it light.
We are not talking about any heavy... Today is a day that we have decided to banter and not discuss anything super serious.
This is a podcast about nothing.
Because
shout out to Wale.
I'm sick of all these serious... Everybody wants to talk about super serious stuff, which is important. Don't even get me wrong here. It's very important, but we also need a break from it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff going on, super serious life matters, world matters, and socioeconomic, political matters.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just want to not.
Right. Like,
Sometimes I just want to be in a little,
sometimes I just wanna not have to focus on
Right.
all this serious
Sometimes I
shit.
want to stay on my couch all day in my pajamas and drink whiskey and watch Adventure Time, and that's all. I
That's
don't
it.
want to. I don't want to know what's going on.
That's
There's
really it.
just days like that. We all have them, and we all need them and deserve them,
For
and
real.
don't do it enough.
For real.
Of just allowing your whims to be the topic of the day instead of feeling like you have to produce something or create something or
Right.
learn something
Right.
or
Right. Right. Right.
and I think all of the things I just mentioned are super important things in life in general, but allow yourself a day to just chill.
Yeah.
Just chill. Just resonate in your peace. Just do things that
Treat
make you happy.
yourself.
Treat yourself. You know
Treat
what me and Malcolm
yourself.
got for dinner? We ordered from like kind of a Caribbean / soul foodie type place.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I got turkey wings for the first time in a long time.
Wait, why you say let me tell
Let
you?
me
Let me
tell
tell you.
you about these turkey wings, honey.
Tell about the turkey wings.
No, they were just great.
They
I'm
were.
happy to have it. It was just one of those things where it's just like, you know what, let's just eat something, yummy and
Mm.
and homey and nostalgic and
Mm-hmm.
and be in pajamas all day. I love that for us.
Yeah.
We watched Moana.
Moana. Moana.
Moana. Why you
Why
gonna
you
do
do
me
that?
like Moana?
Moana. Mo. Yeah. So, yep.
I love that movie, by the way.
Moana's good. That was my second time seeing it,
It's
and
one of my favorite of the newer of the Disney-ish
for sure,
movies
for sure.
because I feel like even though Disney has a lot going on a serious side that we don't have to get into
Oh
with their politics
god.
and their intellectual proproperties
Uh huh.
and their really traumatic messaging sometimes that
Uh,
they embed into these
yeah, they
movies.
put the. Mm-hmm.
But I will say
Mm-hmm.
this is one where even though they killed somebody's family, which they're gonna do in every Disney movie,
I mean, that's a
it
given.
was it was very like in a honorable way, and it talked about like the ancestral relationship and like their spiritual connection, and she knew her place in like the in the next planes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was so dope to see like in a movie, like a movie
Yeah.
for kids that it was also like easy for them to understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they didn't even like surprise them with her turning into a stingray. Like she announced that she was going to become a
You
stingray.
knew she was getting murked.
Well, she didn't get murked.
Because that's how Disney do. She got murked by Disney.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she was a little old lady.
What's
She knew
Disney's
her time
body
was
count?
coming. Oh, they got a high body count. They've been killing people off since the 50s, probably.
Since World
Whatever
War.
the first.
Uh,
I just made these dates up because I don't know when the first Disney movies were, but I'm sure people were dying in all of
what
them.
is the first Disney movie?
I don't know.
Let me Google it.
I was saying I didn't want to get too deep into Disney. I was just saying that.
We ain't getting too deep
We don't
into
get-
this.
yeah.
But I'm curious about the first movie.
I did really enjoy Moana though. I love that.
I love that.
I love
10,
like
10.
the Mother Earth component, and the life of like the showing that the elements had life and like the ocean was sentient and like the plants and the earth were like a living creature, which we all know
Sweetheart.
them to be, but like we act like humans are the only sentient life and everything else is just like a rock. But I think the rocks are alive too, so there's that.
The first Snow White, or the first Disney movie was Snow White and the
Figures.
Seven Dwarfs. That was 1937. Could you imagine if somebody said, "Yeah, I was born in 1937."
And Snow White is its whole own mess.
I mean,
Okay,
hey,
we not even gonna get into
hey,
Snow White.
Man.
There's a lot going on in that movie.
It was a lot.
It's also been
happening.
a very long time.
1937, like, I mean,
It has been fun to go back and rewatch like the older Disney movies, though.
I give them props though, because for it to be made in 1937 and still be around and in circular, like, you could get Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs checks,
Well, yeah, but
personalized
who you
checks.
giving props to? Disney? Like, look at the intellectual property that they own. Look at how far their reach is.
I mean,
Look at their
damn.
control over the media and the markets. Like, of course you still gonna get it. They're gonna sell it on makeup palettes, and they're gonna
Yeah.
sell it on mugs, and they're gonna sell it at their
They go,
theme park.
you gonna get this
And
Disney.
you gonna catch these
You
Disney
gonna get,
clicks, okay?
look, all Disney everything.
Whether you like it or not.
You gonna catch every last
They
morsel.
will ride that. They gonna ride that ship until they gonna ride that thing until the wheels fall off.
As you should though. Like,
me and Gaby watched. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
We watched 101 Dalmatians a few days ago, and that was a fun rewatch. It was like so nostalgic.
Pongo. Crook was reminding me of that dog they was watching
He's
on
wily.
TV.
He's wily, that's why.
He's very wily. Like how he was playing dead and then just jumped on the nigga and like
Crook does that.
Knocked him into the river.
My dog is so mean to strangers when he feels like it that like I always warn people like please don't trust this dog like cuz he will like literally let you pet him and wag his tail and then if he just don't like the next movement that you make like he flips his script like a true lunatic.
Yeah, like a Saint lunatic. He is just if Crook was in the Saint Lunatics, he would be the dude with the mask. You never know what his intentions are.
I don't know.
You don't know, like, you know, what's the relationship between Nelly and him? Like, how did they even get cool? Why is he wearing his mask? You know.
Did they ever talk about that?
They never addressed that.
But I bet if you were like into them and like watching their interviews and shit like back in the day, I'm sure they talked about it. I'm sure they've discussed it probably 100 times.
Fucking Rap City.
Fucking MTV.
On the basement. Nah, that's something they would save for the basement with Tigger. Yeah. Tigger dove deep.
You get the whole breakdown.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Crook in a nutshell. Crook is the guy from the Saint Lunatics with the mask. What's his name? Slowdown?
I don't know. And you're making a lot of assumptions about his personality. I'm so sorry to that man. I don't know that man. I have never seen that man.
I'm pretty sure he was the same way.
You pretty sure how? When people say pretty sure with nothing to back it up,
there's zero evidence backing up what I'm saying.
But you're pretty sure.
But I'm pretty sure.
Where is the sureness? What is the basis of the sureness?
If you type in "slow down" in Google, he's the second result.
Oh, I thought Bobby Valentino would have been the first result.
Well, no, because
if you say slow down, that's the first thing that pops in my head.
This guy was thinking ahead. He was like, okay, I want a higher SEO ranking, so let me not include the W in slow. So it's SL.
Well, at the time that he was big, I don't think that he was thinking of that at all. I think it just works in his favor. And not was big. What I'm saying is, like, in the early 2000s,
of course.
When Nelly and the Saint Lunatics were, like, the most popping, the internet wasn't what it is now. I don't think he was considering SEO rankings when he came up with his rap name
he probably was not.
In St. Louis.
Yeah, it's SL.
I'm so St. Louis.
SLO apostrophe DOWN. It's not even, like, slow space down. This is just all one word.
Oh, it's one word?
It's all one word. You see it? Look at that.
Oh, well, you know what?
Like, who is the man behind it? They should, for real, do a documentary on this guy because he was...
Why just him?
I think he was one of the most intriguing members.
Why not just a documentary on the St. Lunatics so we could learn about all of them and their dynamics and stuff? Why just the one?
Because he always wore masks. Like, he's wearing a Hannibal Lecter mask.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a part of his, like, rap character, and I'm sure he explains it somewhere, but, like... If you're gonna give me a St. Lunatics documentary, I just don't want a documentary on slow down.
Just say you want to know more about Kiwan and, keep it moving. All
what?
Right. Kiwan. That's the nigga in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
Kiwan, Murphy Lee, Kiwan.
I don't remember all their names.
Slow down.
You are assuming too much of my memory right
See,
now.
I was really about this life.
I mean, I love listening to the music, but my memory is set up like Dory. I barely remember my own children's name.
P. Sherman.
P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Okay, I'll never forget that. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. That was some sort of like subconscious programming. For sure.
I want to dive deeper into that because maybe that might be like something to activate a sleeper cell.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Like whenever a nigga hear that, like he like, okay, that's the Manchurian Candidate. That's the code to activate him.
Man, imagine if you're just walking around and you are like a Manchurian Candidate person, and you just never knew it. Like, and then someone says something and you just flip. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was the tactile thing.
I know. She's playing with the pop filter and moving the mic.
I'm sorry. So. Look, it's just in front of me, so I was just like fiddling with it. I wasn't thinking about the fact that it's actually like a piece of equipment not to be fiddled with.
But
in any case,
back to the Manchurian Candidate.
Like you're just living your life. You're normal. You're at work. You're minding your business, and like some asset just comes in and just says like a random phrase to you, and then like what, you just turn into the Terminator. Like, what is that like?
I mean,
what is that? I want to be inside that person's mind. Like,
cause what do they have to do to even, first of all, to even program you? So they gotta have you from like.
Well, they would have to have you for a long time to program you like that.
Yeah.
But you can program people to change during a 10-minute hypnotic. A hypnotist can make you act outside of yourself with just a few words of suggestion in a very short span of time. So actually, it's not that far-fetched.
Yeah. I was hypnotized
in high school. The problem
is
that you actually have to be trained to do the things that they would want you to do, So maybe,
yeah.
you actually have to be able to carry out the mission. It's not just about convincing someone that they can do it. They actually have to have the skill set to do it. That's where the time probably comes in.
Oh, maybe that's all the niggas at the Capitol. They was all Manchurian Candidates, but
no, they was not.
They lacked the training, so
I'm not giving them a single ounce of anything.
No, fuck
and we are not going to talk about them at all on this podcast.
I mean, it's just
zero airtime.
Nah. Look, it is what it is.
They ran up there of their own will and volition because they are
assholes
under the influence of a cult leader,
racist,
heavy cognitive dissonance, part of a narcissistic personality cult. It's just out of this world. But we said we wasn't gonna talk about serious stuff.
We keeping the light. We focusing on light and love. We focusing on light and love.
Wait, what's it that Kino always says? We're planting the seeds of meta in our heart space. Okay. Of love and peace.
Just,
plant the seeds of meta.
May all beings be
happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be filled with love.
Filled with love.
That might sound weird what we just said, but one of the yogis that we follow, her online classes, is Kino McGregor, and that's some of what she says during practice, and obviously it's memorable.
I know some of you.
She's an excellent yogi, by the way.
Maybe saying to yourselves, "Oh, this nigga Malcolm be doing yoga with his wife." Oh,
who are the people saying that?
That nigga's soft.
Oh my god.
Listen, let me tell you something. Yes, I do yoga, 'cause I like it. It's therapeutic.
You truly don't have to defend your yoga usage.
I'm not. This is not defense. This is not defense whatsoever. This is just me laying out what it is.
What it is and what it do.
What it is.
Some people care about their mind, body, and spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us want to be fit. Some of us want to learn how to breathe properly. Some of us need to stretch a little bit.
Some of us
man, woman, or child, okay? No, people really underestimate like how life changing like little
These niggas are
simple
listening
things.
to Billie Jean next door. I'm sorry, it was distracting.
They're having an actual party.
They having
They're
something
having an
over
actual
there.
party. I should just show up.
Right.
Just like this, in my pajama
Like,
clothes.
yo, where's the spliff?
You think if I just knock on the door, what will happen?
They'd
I would
probably
just
be like,
oh, y'all having a party
they'd
over
probably
here?
they'd probably
They would think it's funny.
embrace you.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
They might got food.
They might. They.
See, during COVID, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
But if this were normal times, I would maybe even do the experiment just for the gram. But
Right. Just to pull up on a nigga like, yo.
I've never done that though. I would never just. I don't just normally.
I would never just intentionally
stomp on
grind
mud on people's couches.
I would never just intentionally grind mud. Yeah, I remember grinding mud on his couch. Like, what?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
What? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's actually one of my favorite drops to use. Because it's just like...
James.
Yeah. Because the laugh after is like... you know. Like,
I miss Charlie Murphy.
Shit.
I miss Charlie Murphy and I miss Bernie Mac so much. Oh my gosh.
There
are so many times where I'm just watching something and I'm like, can you just imagine if Bernie Mac was still alive? And we could have him commentating on some of the stuff that's happening now. Like, the price I would pay for some legitimate Bernie Mac commentary. But
yes,
you know what?
Yes.
Everybody has the time and the place. Obviously, he would have blew a fuse, and so God was like, let me get you up out of there before all that happens.
Right.
But no, Charlie Murphy and Bernie Mac are two of my favorite of the funny guys, man.
Yeah, Bernie Mac. Yeah, I wish we could have got like something with both of them in it together.
Has that never happened?
I don't think so.
I feel like there might. We gotta look it up.
Now they probably have. They probably have crossed paths at like some comedy shows. You know,
like,
I mean, with Eddie being Charlie's brother and Bernie Mac being Bernie Mac. You know,
it's had to have happened.
It's probably been some overlap. You know.
Yeah, because I feel like I remember. No, I might just be misremembering.
Man, I wish Bernie Mac was in Harlem Nights. He would have.
That was a perfect movie for him. There's so many things I would love to cast Bernie Mac in.
But he wasn't like really popping in the 80s though.
No,
he was popping early 90s.
Yeah.
That was his era.
He came after Eddie was already on the scene.
Yeah.
He came after that. But Bernie Mac's sense of comedy is just one that I can personally align with, because it's just from the perspective of the dude that just is sick of everybody's shit, like, and don't give a fuck and just wants their peace and comfort, and so just rails off against anything that disturbs that. Granted, he definitely was doing his comedy before all the PC stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to get dragged for supporting whatever type of things that he might have spouted.
He was definitely, had some of the rhetoric.
I'm sure he had some of the rhetoric.
Some of the rhetoric was in there.
I'm sure he had
but
I will absolutely not be canceling Bernie Mac, so y'all can keep
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
I mean, granted, I don't even know. I'm just assuming based on some
This is all assumption based.
Everything that we're talking about here is just straight conjecture and assumption.
Listen,
we don't have a single Snapple fact for y'all today.
This is a free podcast that's been uploaded to YouTube. What do you want?
We haven't come with facts. We haven't.
What do you want?
Pulled out an encyclopedia or a Google search for anything.
Nothing.
Nah.
And you know what?
No, you know what? I don't want to just I do my Googles.
We do a lot of Googles.
If something comes up and I'm not sure about it, I definitely like to try and gain the knowledge before I give an opinion on it. I'll definitely say that. I'm not one of those people that just be all willy-nilly on Twitter arguing with experts.
Oh, willy-nilly. Oh. Yeah, you ain't out here just grinding mud on people's couches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That's not me. It's never been me.
Nah, I understand that. I understand that, and I respect that.
Malcolm is playing Final Fantasy while we're talking, and it's very distracting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pause it.
I'm
Listen,
looking at like Cloud and Tifa and
this is the result of owning a PS5. It's like this is the byproduct. Like
his default is just gaming when like
you just
whenever he's idling, I realize that he's actually idling but playing a game.
mm-hmm.
He's so low key about it too.
But
Like you'll be having a whole conversation, I won't even know the game is on, then I look and he's like
yeah,
playing a game.
follow me on Twitch though. MT the Artist. Twitch.tv/MT the Artist.
I should start a Twitch just to play games badly.
That would probably net you some followers. That'd get you a little clout. Get your little clout tokens up.
Not badly on purpose, but badly because I'm
just
not good at them. Just my learning curve. Because you know what? Okay, so for
Uh-huh.
instance, you know how my brother A2 and his friend Matt are like huge gamers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there will be times where I was bored enough that they would convince me to participate,
Mm-hmm.
and they just laugh the entire time at my suffering, like, and they just would be like, the suffering, like, and I'm like, so this is just pure like entertainment for y'all. It's just watching me not be good at this game that y'all are good at. So taking that and realizing how entertaining it was for them, maybe it would be entertaining for other people who are good at games to watch someone new try and scale things that they do kind of easily. Now, I'm not terrible at all video games. It's just I don't play them enough to know how to play a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You give me like a good racing game or something like that. I love those.
Yeah. Racing, that's pretty straightforward.
Specifically Mario Kart. See me if you want these
Specifically
hands.
Mario Kart.
But I used to play Need
64.
for Speed and stuff. I actually used to play Final Fantasy VII. And that sounds so foreign to me now saying that because like I could never picture myself just being like, you know what I want to do today? Playing Final Fantasy VII.
Play Final Fantasy, yeah.
Like the fact that I knew, like when we were watching that YouTube video earlier with that guy like reenacting the Final Fantasy battles
I
and
think
like
it's,
playing
I
all the characters.
find it very...
It's funny because as he's doing that, is like bringing back memories of like having to choose like, you know, the attack or this or the summon and like and the points. And, like, the way that they, like, do their little attack and then they go back into their little lineup. And I'm like, dang, I actually played this game.
Yeah, I think it's very funny that you played Final Fantasy VII. You know, because that is a game that is so... And I share it. I think that's where me and A2 get along. That's one of our points of getting alongness.
Which is what?
Is the fact that we... both love Final Fantasy VII. Not just Final Fantasy VII, but 8 too.
I was extremely invested in it too.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yo, 7, I had it for the PC, and then I got all the way to Cosmo Canyon. I was fucking with Red 13 and his people, diving into that whole backstory. And then the PC, for whatever reason, it like just chewed up we had like a gateway computer, you know what I'm saying? I know some of you millennials might not know what the gateway computers were, you know what I'm saying? The shit that had the cow, like I don't know why they went with like having cows as their like mascot or some shit. I feel like I'm not making that up, you know. But anyway, the computer chewed my disc up. It just like completely crushed it, disintegrated it while it was in the disc drive.
Oh my goodness.
And I was so hurt because I'm a kid, like I don't have access to money.
No, like when you're a kid, your stuff is like one and done.
Yeah.
Especially if you had black parents.
That's it.
They not about to just buy you another one.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, let me go re-buy you this game. And I had bought Final Fantasy VII on a whim. Like, it was a super, super whim, you know? And then...
Or you would have to wait for, like, a holiday for, something you wanted, like
I was so
a birthday or Christmas or something.
Yeah, something significant for you to have access to more
our first
money.
console was for Christmas. My dad had got us a Sega Genesis.
Woo!
Yeah. We had what games did we have on Sega Genesis? Streets of Rage.
Of course.
Streets of Rage.
Of course.
We had this like Disney game. I don't know how to explain
Oh,
it.
you talking about Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I made that up too in my head.
That was that shit. They made a remake of that.
I really thought I made that up. But
Yeah. That
what
was.
other games did we have for the Genesis? I feel
Did
like
y'all have Lion King? Because that
no.
shit was hard as fuck.
We did not have Lion King, no.
That game, I never made it past the second level, the fucking Can't Wait to Be King
We had
level.
Sonic 2.
Oh,
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2
With
was
the infamous second level was Chemical Plant. And when you drown, it gave you the bunte buntes. The bunte 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 bunte. So those were kind of like our first wave. That was my
introduction to anxiety.
Oh, fuck, man. You
outside
can't.
Of just having black parents.
It's like you can't. You can't react right when like that sound effect is happening. It like does something to your senses because you get frantic.
As a kid,
and so you're not doing the right things.
Having to deal with that's an insane amount of pressure when that water is coming up and you're trying to jump and like the platforms are moving and shit.
Yeah.
Underwater and it's like you already
you're running
drowning.
Out of breath.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm triggered just bringing it up.
And then after the Sega, we got a PlayStation. That was our second console.
Yeah.
And with the PlayStation, dang, I feel like I can't remember the names. Rayman, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Rayman, I think, was the first game that gave me, like, rage. Like, that I, like, rage played.
Man.
Or was it... no, Sonic might have given me a little rage, but it was, like, more... I don't know. It was more fun trial and error. Mm-hmm. Rayman was the first game where there were some levels where you're just, like... have to stop yourself from like breaking the system. Like you have to like leave the whole room and like breathe and like come back because you just get so frustrated. Right. That Rayman game was so freaking hard for no reason. They just would give you like you would have to go through things that were just physically almost physically impossible. Yeah. And it's not like now with gaming where you have all these codes and cheats and this and that. No, you just had to keep dying until you could get past a part. There was no going on Google and like, or going on YouTube and watching someone run through it before you. We didn't have none of those tools, so we just had to figure it out. Oh my gosh.
You really just had to figure it out.
You really had to figure it out. So we had Rayman, then we had Final Fantasy VII, which was, I think, one of the only RPGs that I really sat through the whole thing. But I also had a better attention span probably for stuff like that when I was younger. And then we had the demo disc.
Which one?
Had Parappa the Rapper on it and that Cube game, the iCube.
Oh yeah.
That game, talk about anxiety. I can't.
Yeah.
Just the sound of it gives me like PTSD.
IQ. Yeah, that's real. That's a deep cut. That's a PlayStation deep cut. Mm-hmm. Like you got to be a true, You had to be there for that.
You had to be there.
You had to be there.
Y'all wasn't outside.
It's funny that you say what you're saying because we had like kind of the same console path growing up. Like we had the Sonic, or we had Sega, Sega Genesis. Actually, I think we had a Nintendo. We did not have a Nintendo. We had a Nintendo.
I only was able to play Nintendo at my cousin's house.
I was too young though. It was a regular Nintendo. It wasn't Super Nintendo. But then we had the Sega, and then we had a lot of games for the Sega. We had Terminator 2. That shit was hard. We had Sonic 1 and 2. That shit was hard. Sonic and Knuckles. Echo the Dolphin, which I never beat. So then we had that, and then we got the motherfucking PlayStation. 1997.
Is that when the PlayStation came out?
Well, the PlayStation came out in 96.
Changed everything.
But we got ours in 97.
I can't tell you what year we did. My memory is not sharp enough for that. Oh, Crash Bandicoot was on the PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Crash 2? That was probably my favorite game. That's like the one game that I like joyfully played through the whole entire thing.
That was our first game. Was Crash 2 and Tomb Raider 2.
Tomb Raider, I just was not... Yeah. I feel like I was too young to be good at Tomb Raider when I got Tomb Raider. Like, only my sister could play it and have some success. I just felt so useless. And just that, even that entry thing with the cave and the boulder.
Oh man,
I could not get past it. Like,
yeah, it
and
was
I
a
was
lot.
just like, how could this be fun if I'm spending a week unable to even start the game? Like, I'm like, there's no way this could
But
be
you
fun.
see, though.
So then my sister would have to take the controller and get me past that part, and it was too much. So, as much as Tomb Raider is nostalgic, because I actually did spend a lot of time in kind of that like practice realm, just wandering around her mansion, honestly.
Oh yeah, locking
like,
the nigga in the
I
freezer.
don't know why I was doing all those things. I spent a lot of time on the game, not actually playing the game.
Yes.
But for the actual game itself, I can't even say that I did anything significant in Tomb Raider. I quit. I really did. I just tapped out. I was like, you know what? Not everything is for all of us.
Not everything.
I don't know. There's other games where I've had more success with. Like, the fact that I got through Final Fantasy, I'm very surprised by.
I'm very surprised because, I mean, you don't play, like, you're not a console gamer. You're like you know what I'm saying? And this is not, like, meant to be a diss. I'm not trying to diss
the precursor to the diss.
I'm not trying to start controversy on the podcast this early in the game. But yeah, you like more like, playing mobile gaming. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm saying those are the games that I've seen you play.
Oh, well, because if I'm going to just, like, sit down and play a game, it's usually, like, a puzzle game or, like, a logic game or, like, a soothing game. I'm not, like, sitting down to do, like, campaigns like Kal-El, in
like
Destiny.
Log 36
hours. I'm not
hours.
logging 36 hours in a Destiny campaign.
Yeah.
But, I also think it's like my lifestyle as a working adult. Like, when I was young and we were just at home, we didn't have the internet.
That's all you really had.
We didn't have, all the stuff that we have now. We didn't have that. We were just bored. Days were long, man. So of course, it was much easier to spend the time being super invested in, like, a game with a storyline as complicated as Final Fantasy VII, like, with all the breaks for the speeches and the
Final Fantasy VII, man.
Look, I got trapped in that train yard for so damn long. I could not figure that shit out, and I was pissed.
No,
my sister didn't want to help me. I was like, this is crazy.
The train yard.
I almost gave up. That was almost the end of it.
That's actually where I'm headed right now, because you reach the train yard after you leave Don Corneo's mansion at Walmart. After you, like, put the dress on Cloud and all of that shit, then you got to go through the sewers. I'm in the sewers right now, but I'm gonna make it back to the train yard, and then
Oh, this is the new fancy version.
Yes, this is the remake.
Okay.
Yo, this game is like, it's really the only game that I've been playing consistently. I did just stream Resident Evil 2 on Twitch, the Resident Evil 2 remake.
I hope Gaby's not in the room when you're doing that.
No. Hell nah.
Okay. I mean, I can't even be in the room.
Nah,
so
listen,
that.
I didn't even want to be in the room at first. Like, it was... That game, I played it in small chunks, like in 5 minutes at a time. I was like, all right, I gotta get this shit
I gotta take a break.
Yo, my heart was like racing, like, wait. But then, like, once you get into it, it's still...
It's just too scary for me. I just can't. For one, the anxiety takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So I won't enjoy myself if I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people who is excited by fear. Some people love being scared. Like, it's fun to them. Like, they want to go to spooky things. No, not for me. For me, it's like just a panic state. My body goes into fight or flight. My heart is beating in an uncomfortable way. I feel like I can't breathe. Like, I don't want to participate in a game that's just going to give me those feelings.
I don't like haunted houses and shit like that jumping out at me, but it's weird because I will play a game like Resident Evil 2, or I will watch somebody play,
You'll watch, like, the run through.
Yeah, of a, like, super scary game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is, but I
can't even be in the room with it.
Oh man, listen. This you would not like the new one, cuz it is the graphics and the sounds and shit.
I don't like that it even exists.
I mean,
if I ruled the world, I'm getting rid of Resident Evil. Y'all could all just be mad. Nope,
don't get rid of
it's
Resident
gone.
Evil.
It's stricken from the earth.
Get rid of
We
something
are
else. Don't get rid of
shooting that shit into the sun with a rocket. No, because I'm traumatized. Because my mean big sister made me watch the movie with her when I was a teenager, even though I was too terrified to watch it.
Which movie?
The freaking Resident Evil. That one Resident Evil movie.
Oh, that terrible movie.
Was I a teenager? I don't know. All I know is this shit was so terrifying to me. Like, that is just not a deal withable. It's just not a deal withable universe for me at all.
I get it.
It was like I couldn't sleep for like so long. I was scared to go to the bathroom. I was scared of the dark. I was scared of nighttime.
Oh my god.
I was scared of things moving around me. It like really was traumatizing. Like I feel like, because I never go into stuff like that of my own will and volition. It's always peer pressure or something, and then I suffer after. So I've learned that I need to protect my peace by just cutting off those things and not listening to people. Just be like, oh, you should just go. It'll be fun. No, it will not be fun.
Nah, that's how they got me into my first haunted house.
It will not be fun, and I'm not gonna go. Don't invite me.
It wasn't, looking back on it now, it wasn't, it was just an update. They're playing Usher, You Make Me, is that the name of the song? Made Me Wanna. That's what the neighbors are playing right now. But, yeah, that's how I got coerced into my first, haunted house, was like, niggas just being like, oh, come on, it'll be cool. That's how I got coerced into my second haunted house, was Charlie and Nate, my two of my best friends. These individuals were talking about, let's go to, so I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cleveland. They were talking about, let's go to the Mansfield Reformatory. Now, for people who don't know, the Mansfield, none of y'all know. The Mansfield Reformatory was like one of the country's like biggest prisons. I think like in the 70s or the 80s, and it was like, that's where you went. You know, if you was wildin', you know what I'm saying. So, but now, I mean, it's all like, they turned it into a haunted house, you know, and you could actually go through the cells and shit, and you could actually choose to, you could sleep there if you want to, you know, like spend the night there on some ghost hunting shit, you know.
Forget that.
And, let me move this back.
It's okay. I was just shifting. You're so paranoid. It shook a little bit. It's fine.
No.
Malcolm.
I know. I'm not. We're taking y'all behind the scenes right now. This is the BTS ingrained into the actual podcast. But yeah, they was like, all right, if you go to this one, we'll never ask you to go to a haunted house again. Like, and these are my best friends and shit. We did a lot of shit together at, you know, this point in my life, early 20s and shit. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna go to this shit, but y'all better not ask me to do no more shit after this. Like, I'm not doing this shit no more. So we went, and it actually was less scary than I thought. But I mean, it was a trip going underground and seeing it. Like, it was like a whole big ass prison underground. That was like some wild shit, because it's like you thinking like, damn, niggas was really in here, like this was really life for some people. But say all that to say this, don't cancel Resident Evil 2, man. Don't cancel Resident Evil. You know, even though 6 was some bullshit, like niggas don't even acknowledge that as an actual entry in the saga. It has its place, you know. I think you eventually will get to a place where you can handle playing things like that.
I don't want to. Like, there's nothing about that makes me want to consume that and put it into my subconscious mind.
There you go.
So, this is going to sound a little crazy, but whatever. Here I am.
Nothing sounds crazy after last year.
Right.
Sounds wild.
Cool. Wild. Okay, whatever. Anyways.
No.
Mm. I don't know what that was. See? Can't even talk about something scary. But in any case, I am definitely one of those weirdo, esoteric people that feels like focusing on things, giving them attention, and feeding it your energy helps to create it and manifest it, right? So I don't want to give no parts to manifesting that for me at all. And
you don't love that for you.
I do not. No, not even a little bit. No, absolutely not. So, see, now you got me like thinking about it. See,
I'm sorry. We can change the topic because I was actually one. I was gonna bring up I was gonna bring up Dreamcast.
I did not have a Dreamcast.
Man, I
my dad was like 2 systems tapped out.
He was
he got his Game Boys.
That is it. Well, Game Boys. I mean,
I had a Game Boy Color.
There you go.
I still have it.
What color?
The original. You've seen it? The clear purple one. The clear purple Game Boy Color.
The Glacier.
The Glacier.
Blue joint.
I don't know how. I feel like between moving and, moving between states and houses and all this stuff, I don't feel like I have things. Like, I just feel like
I lost a lot of
I don't know where any of my stuff went. I just feel like everything has been lost, right?
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah.
But somehow, in some way, this Game Boy has managed to just
so strange
pop up. Yeah. I don't know how I have managed to keep it for all these years.
And it still works.
That's the crazy part. And it has Pac-Man in it, I think. Which is crazy because I thought the last game that I was playing on it was Donkey Kong Country. But it's possible maybe someone else was using it and they put Pac-Man in there. Because I really don't think I was playing Pac-Man.
Pac-Man might have been placed by
someone stole Donkey Kong Country and replaced it with Pac-Man.
Like, maybe she won't notice this. And I mean, you didn't until like 20 years later.
Exactly. But so also, like later in life... Side note, I had bought myself a Nintendo DS, a pink one, which I loved. And that was like my first foray back into gaming as an adult, and someone literally stole it. Like, I had a party at my house, and someone literally stole my Nintendo DS from my own house.
Terrible.
Violation.
Terrible.
If I ever find out who you are...
that's your ass.
Your ass.
Yeah. I had a Game Boy Advance. But no, the Dreamcast, I played it, my first time playing it was in Sears. Yeah, the Game Zone and shit, and I played Soul Calibur, and I was like, oh my god, like, what is even happening right now? I was like, I gotta get this, I need this. And I begged and begged and begged, and I got it from that was my birthday gift. It was the Sega Sports Edition. It was the shit with Allen Iverson. He was the first like nigga to grace the cover of NBA 2K. It was him, and then I had 2K Football, and that had Randy. I think that had Randy Moss on the cover. So, like, that shows my age right there. But I will say to this day, the Dreamcast is, like, the pinnacle of, like, gaming consoles. Outside of, like, the PS5. I don't know. It's not the pinnacle, but it's just it's my all-time favorite.
It's your pinnacle.
It's my all-time favorite. Like, the Dreamcast got killed by the PlayStation 2. It was just a victim of terrible timing. Because PlayStation 2 came out, Grand Theft Auto 3, and niggas was just like, Dreamcast, what? That literally killed the Dreamcast, but, it is what it is. Niggas be playing video games.
Our last podcast, we talked all about spades, and now we're talking all about video games.
There we go. I like this.
We're turning into a gaming podcast.
I like this.
Well, not me, because I'm not... Oh, goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my yawn. I'm tired out of nowhere. You know what it is? No.
What?
It's this couch. It's always this couch.
So the couch that we have is it's a actually what is this? A full size bed masquerading as a
Right.
couch.
It's basically like kind of a lounge style couch where it's very like, I don't know, it's like down filled and it's low profile and it's super deep. Like you can just kind of
So many
get
feathers.
lost in it. And we are often victims of this couch where
Mm.
I be having the intention to do something or just sit down to watch something and was perfectly wide awake and alert. I sit on this couch for a little bit and then all of a sudden I doze off and I'm like, how did this happen to me? It's just the couch is
It's
so
the power of the
comfortable.
couch,
It's the
man.
power of the couch.
The power of the couch. The couch is omnipresent. It's all knowing.
What?
It knows your energy levels and it saps them. It saps your energy. That's what I will say about this couch.
Nah, I think it's just soft.
Shout out to CB2.
I was thinking that in my head, but then I didn't say it.
What
This particular couch is called the, oh, freak.
is this couch called?
I know what it's called, and I'm forgetting. No.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
That's the one that we wanted. Was the
No.
No?
No. That was the Tablon. This is the Pia.
You don't even know.
I gotta go to my Googles, but so okay.
I gotta go to my
I haven't
Googles.
really been moving around a lot while we're talking because I just got my hair done and I got waist length Guyanese locks, and I'm really still trying to figure out how to navigate having this much extra mass and volume and weight on my head. So I kind of stationed myself in a certain way, and I don't want to move and then have to like reposition the
It
hair.
has been an interesting experience. But you look great though.
Oh, thanks, babe.
You look great. And I'm not just saying that.
I haven't been out of the house yet, but I'm truly enjoying them. So I just got it done yesterday, y'all. I'm truly enjoying them. You know, sometimes you just feel like switching it up.
There you go.
For no reason other than to switch it up.
Just to switch it up. Like, let me try something different.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted a new look, and we've all been trapped inside. We haven't been able to travel. We haven't been able to do anything.
Ain't been able to do shit.
So you kind of start to feel a little bit like...
Except y'all niggas at that Bow Wow concert.
Alright.
I seen y'all.
Truly don't know what's
Living
going
y'all
on with
life.
that.
Yo, he cut it was like the video that I saw, he cut the music.
Oh, you didn't show me the video yet, so how are we even going to talk about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was
Piazza! Oh, I was right. It is the Piazza sofa.
See?
It is the Piazza sofa. But CB2, you need to fix this fabric, okay? It's so pilly.
I mean...
It's out of control. Like, I've never met a fabric like this.
Let's talk about it.
No, we're talking about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about it right now.
Right now.
Y'all lucky that I got a small little audience right here.
Right, yeah, nah, but it's okay.
But still, y'all owe me a new couch because this fabric is out of control.
Nah, when they go back and discover the shit retroactively, you know, it's gonna be like
Don't get me wrong, I am
Bill
a big
Cosby
fan.
effect.
I'm a big fan of CB2. I have a bunch of stuff. We did a lot of CB2 in our new apartment. I truly do enjoy the aesthetic of it. It's just this fabrication was a miss. It's like gotta be a defect or something. There's no way that they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
But the other stuff that we've gotten from there is fine. So I know it's not like they're not just janky in general, but like this fabric right here.
It's like
undeal withable.
It's like this couch.
To the point where I almost have bought another couch. I just bought this couch. It's brand new. We've been on it. We can't return it. And I still have considered just buying another couch. Just because I don't even want to look at the pilliness of the fabric.
Yeah. I'm in the market for a fabric shaver right now, so...
I hope that works.
I hope so too, man, because I'm trying to get rid of the pilliness that is plaguing our couch.
They really tried it.
Yeah. An attempt was made, and, you know...
An attempt was made.
We clocked it, though.
But overall, this couch is very comfortable.
It's very comfortable.
It's low to the ground. It's hard to get up off of. I'll tell you that.
I will say this: it is difficult to do a Zoom call on.
Because you're sitting like so far back and you're like sinking so low into it.
Yeah, you're trying to sit up though, and like your back is like screaming at you like the entire time. Like, what are we doing?
Because it wants you to sit. It wants you to lean.
Yeah.
But yeah. I purposefully got a lounge style couch because of the panorama. We're all spending a lot of time at home.
We're gonna be lounging.
You know, I mean, granted, I'm back working, but outside of work, where are we going?
Where are you going?
Not a single place except for Trader Joe's, okay? It's
Trader
just work,
Joe's.
home, and then Trader Joe's to get my flowers and my snacks. So really, you're spending a lot of time on your furniture, and I wanted something that just had that ultra comfort, loungy, like cozy in PJs, watching a movie, like you want to stay on it for a long duration. Like that's what I wanted. That type of. I didn't want like a. There's a lot of couches that are very visually stunning, like super striking, but they're so stiff and like, you know, have really sharp lines and stuff. Like all those tufted, like kind of like mid-century modern couches that everybody has now, like, or those like kind of curvy ones.
Just that real cloth top.
It's not comfortable to just be spending that much time on a couch like that. This couch, you could sit on it and then just not get up for a couple hours and be perfectly content.
Right.
And that's what I wanted. So from that perspective, it was a win. It's just the fabric for me. That's, you know, the fabric is tricky. Plus it's white, so it shows its pilliness, you know.
Yeah.
If this couch were a dark color, like a dark gray or a black or something, then you wouldn't see that and it wouldn't really be that big of a deal.
Yeah, but
this is their main commercial version of this couch. You can order it in like custom fabrications. That take forever. Who got time to wait 4 months for a couch?
Who's trying to wait for a
Nobody got time.
Like,
by the time you
bro.
Get your couch, your lease is up.
That's funny. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing here? What are we really doing with this custom made couch? Yo, I'm getting a little sleepy.
That's what I'm saying. We're too comfortable.
And it's the couch that's doing this. It's the couch that's doing this.
That was the whole conversation, is that I'm over here yawning. Like, we're having a conversation. It's not like super late at night, but I'm yawning.
See, the couch is disorienting me.
See, he didn't remember what we just talked about that.
Nah, this couch.
That means that you're falling asleep. That's not a good sign.
No, I'm
actually,
wide awake.
Speaking of falling asleep, I have a story for y'all. Story time.
Here we go.
Our apartment is tree bedrooms, right? Tree.
1, 2, tree.
1, 2, tree. One bedroom is our bedroom with our bed. A whole nice big bed, right?
You just got us.
One bedroom is a kid's room. The other bedroom is not yet set up. So right now it's just kind of like an empty room with just a few boxes in there. Because we just moved in and we just been doing one room at a time. So that's kind of the last room to address, right? So we don't go in there except to take something in or put something, take something out or put something into that room, right? So you could imagine my confusion a few nights ago when I'm sitting here and realizing that Malcolm just disappeared. I'm like, where is he gone? I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm like, did he leave? No, I would have seen if he left. So I'm like, he must have, went in the room and got on a phone call or fell asleep or something. I go in our bedroom. No Malcolm. I'm like, okay, that's weird, but whatever. He must be in Gaby's room. I go in Gaby's room. Not a single sign of Malcolm. I was like, all right, now I'm starting to freak out. And that door was open, the light was off, but when I glanced in there, I didn't see him in there. So I'm just like, where on earth did he go? I'm starting to freak out a little bit. I'm like, wait, am I going crazy? Did this man get abducted? What is going on, child? So I'm like, no, now I gotta thoroughly look. Because I'm calling his name, he's not answering. I'm like, this is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I go in that freaking empty bedroom, and this man is fast asleep on the floor, on his stomach, like laid out on his stomach, using his hands as a little pillow, just knocked out in the middle of the floor. And I woke him up, and he was in such confusion. I'm just like, why on earth are you face down asleep on the floor in the empty bedroom when you have a bed in the next room? Like, how did you get here? And he still, to this day, even though this was only 2 days ago, he still cannot answer.
Day, even though it was only 2 days ago.
But he can't answer that question, which makes it more funny, because it's like, bro, what happened to you? Like, did you?
I was more tired.
But if you're tired and you're walking towards bedrooms, what? Wouldn't you go just get in your own bed?
That's how tired I was. That was the
that
fatigue
you went into the
levels.
wrong room and you just fell out onto the floor?
Yes.
That
Yes.
is chaos. That is not normal.
Yes.
That's not normal. I just need to tell you that it's not normal.
I mean, it's not,
different. Okay.
It's not normal.
I'm not advocating against falling asleep on the floor because I've definitely done that.
Oh, it sounds like you are.
No, because I like sitting on the floor. I'm a yogi. I sit on the floor a lot. What I'm saying is, it's strange that you ended up in there on the floor like that. That wasn't it wasn't like a, maybe you're hanging out with your friends, y'all in the living room.
Peculiar.
Some people are on the couch, some people are on the floor, right? And then maybe you got bored and fell asleep down there.
No, just me.
It's like you excused yourself from the room and then just went into a whole other room, and just laid out face down on the floor, like if someone hit you over the back of the head with something, like, and knocked you out.
I caught the frying pan to the back of the head.
He looked like someone really knocked him out.
Well,
and I'm just like, what are you doing? And he's confused, like, huh? And I'm like, look around where you are at. What is happening right now? Like, how did you get here?
I was a little saucy. And I was also fatigued, but I didn't know how tired I was,
Until what? You stepped in there?
Yeah, clearly. I was like, you know what?
But also, it's not like you were drunk enough to pass out, though.
No, I was not. I was not passed out drunk,
of the Maker's Mark. You didn't drink that much.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So it wasn't like an alcohol blackout or anything like that.
Yeah, but it, that definitely contributed to the.
You started to revert to your old ways.
Oh, with the sleepiness?
The sleepiness.
Yeah.
I used to really think that this man had, narcolepsy, undiagnosed. Because the manner in which he would just randomly fall asleep was really starting to concern me. Just sitting up mid-conversation, just sleep. Just like someone snapped their fingers and he's just gone.
Gone. Consciousness gone with the wind. Gone.
Ting done. But yeah,
I was trying to think of a conscience.
I just thought that was a little bit of a funny story, since we're talking about sleepiness.
Yeah, no, that for sure.
Because if anybody could fall asleep during their own web show, it's this guy.
It's me for sure. Like when I'm ready to just give up.
It's just that you don't have the awareness that you're ready, so you don't prepare yourself for the people around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not like, I know some people who excuse themselves to go to sleep. You could be hanging out, having fun, partying, whatever, and they'll just be like, I'm going to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people who fall asleep in the car always at night.
Oh, yeah.
But for you, it's like it just happens. It happens to you.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to you feeling like, you know what, usually by the time I feel like this, I'm about to fall asleep, so let me, set myself up. You just, go down.
Yeah.
But not as much lately. I feel like that was, before. When we were in Ohio, you were more, sleepy.
Yeah,
New York, woke that ass up.
Yeah, because
ain't no sleeping.
Lunatics around every single
corner.
You
had to be on such high alert.
And it is
so life-threatening.
But it's so weird because this is also, such a beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? And it's, just so many different people here and, shit like that. You just get exposed to just everything, But also it's you getting exposed to everything. What was it? Yesterday, a damn bus went over to a freaking overpass in the Bronx. Something like that could happen in New York, but then you can
They're listening to Drake now.
They're listening to One Dance. This is a neighbor playlist update. Yeah.
It has really gone through different vibes.
Listen, I'm not finishing my thought. I'm
sorry.
I'm tired of talking.
Wow. That's aggressive. Mr. I want to record.
No, we have recorded. We have recorded. Let's
he's tired.
Let's check the time. Check the clock.
Here it is. He don't even want to talk to y'all after he done convinced me in my pajamas to do our little thing.
For free, nigga.
For the free.
Look, this is the freest it will ever get. Like, this is
True shit.
This is so free.
You're right about the sleepiness.
Most niggas ain't even gonna make it to this. Well, at least not right now. But when we blow up, then people will be listening to this. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they'll go back and this is like an archive episode.
Yeah, shout out to Jesus and Meryl. There's episodes of it's not even nothing that they've ever put out. This is just them on other people's shit. Like, it's a podcast with like Meryl and like these other two niggas, and they talking about graffiti and shit, and it is so interesting to hear like just where he was at that point in his life and shit like that, because he was like around that time I believe he was doing like music articles for Noisy. And but he was like on his
working
way.
at the school. Wasn't he working at a school?
He was doing that too. Yeah.
I mean, the early Bodega Boys is really like kind of like a if you know, you know.
Yeah. You gotta know.
They're definitely got much more of like obviously. Yeah. They're like super famous now in the clout and the their Showtime show, and they had the different shows and stuff. But like very mainstream. But their original podcast was very much more of like a niche type of podcast.
Yeah, I don't even know how I found
But there's still inside jokes, I feel almost, that like their fan base kind of picks up on. Like some of the things that they joked about and laughed at like in the early days, I feel like come up sometimes as like little like
yeah.
And so that's what you're talking about. Like it's fun for someone like if this let me not say if, because Malcolm likes me to speak in the future tense. When this podcast is like more of a big podcast, right? That it will be fun for the listeners to listen to the episodes where we just like haven't gave very many shits. And we just.
Yep. That's
we give shits. I don't want it to sound like that.
We give shit. I mean, we give enough shit to record this and to try to have it be, a nice production. We give a shit on that level. Like, I'm gonna go in and do like some.
But I mean, are we laying on our couch talking to y'all? Yeah, absolutely. Are we both falling asleep right now? Yeah, absolutely.
No, this is the best.
That's exactly what's happening.
This is the absolute best.
Am I a little delirious? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's just where we're at right now.
That's where we at.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, this pause, like...
we paused because I was trying to hear what's next on the Neighbors playlist, and they're listening to Rihanna, Bad Dog. What is it? Wow, what? See, I'm too tired. Wow, what?
There you go. No difference between you and the original.
No, not at all.
Everything is on point. The harmony is all that. Yeah. Yep. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Because I thought they were listening to Maria. That's why I paused. I was like, are they listening to Maria?
Oh, yeah.
And then I realized, no. I should have seen it going here after. If you follow the trajectory of the playlist after Controller.
Yeah, it's just getting more and more Dominican. What?
I think I'm done talking to Malcolm for tonight.
She said, what? Yeah, it's super Dominican. We are in DR right now. Just one.
Oh, our building is DR for sure.
We're DR.
But without the beaches, so is it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm missing.
Yeah, you're right.
Sun. I want to travel. Oh. The wanderlust has been like bubbling. Like I want to go somewhere so bad.
The wanderlust.
And I can't go anywhere.
Can't go nowhere.
Oh, it's so frustrating when you know, like, oh, I'm just a little quick flight away from the Caribbean. I'm just a little quick flight away from Mexico right now. I just want to go sit on somebody's beach.
A quick flight.
But it's just not, it's not doable. It's not happening.
Nah.
But it's there at the forefront of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
The second. Oh, okay.
Alright. And on that note, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Sometimes we do talk about things.
Turn that notification bell
Sometimes we talk about
on.
really interesting things. We deep dive, okay?
Sometimes.
This is not one of those times.
Nah, this is not one of those times at all.
So if this is the first impression,
all.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
bro. I hope you like PlayStation, because...
There you go. You got a lot of,
That's what you got.
There you go.
That's what you got.
There you go. All right. We out.